question for you, because you have now been on record saying that you don't think we're going to have rate cuts for a year. In fact, this morning I listened to your financial news before we started. You said you think we have most likely one more quarter point raise. Honestly, even no matter what happens, unless inflation fell below 5%, you thought we were going to see another quarter point. Right. And so Greg B2 says 1 year until rate cuts. Zuber, that's a bold call. I say that call has a very low 5% chance of being right. So why do you think it's going to be 12 months before we ever saw rate cuts?
Yeah, so let's put it in context. I did say March, so now we're 11 months away because we're recording this in April. But I just because I want my call to be on record, right? I don't think the first rate cut is until March, and that's because and again, you can go back and I have receipts. I believe the Powell's main objective is to break the Fed put. What is the Fed put? The Fed put is basically went in with Greenspan and really Bernanke and then Yellen, where anytime the stock market threw up, the Fed would bail out. I believe what Jerome Powell is doing, and he said this at Jackson Hole meeting, which was 6 months ago, I'm going to punish the billionaires. That's what he's doing by breaking the Fed put. We are already seeing billionaire Barry whine and moan on CNBC. He's bringing PowerPoint to CNBC. That just tells you how stressed billionaires are when they bring PowerPoint, right? I mean, that's asinine. And so again, I think Jerome Powell is taking on something bigger than himself. I don't think many people get that. I think they think Jerome Powell is a wet noodle, and I think he's trying to tackle something bigger. If I am right, which I'm not saying I am, but if I am right, he won't cut till March unless something nasty breaks. If you think he's a puppet of Wall Street, you're probably right. He cuts early. I am holding out hope that, since he started, I said he's going to break the Fed put, which again, I said early, and I don't see a reason to change. If you think my chances are 5%, that's okay. That's what makes a market. If I were to put a number on it, I don't know, maybe 30%. But again, this is what I want to happen. I want the billionaires to feel pain. I want zombie companies to go bust. I want illiquid, high leverage stupidity trades busted. And I don't like socializing losses. I hate that part of capitalism. Mm-hmm. And in order for that to go bye-bye, the Fed put must be killed. And my hope is Jerome Powell does that. I could be wrong.
So when you say that it's most likely there won't be any cuts until March of next year unless something nasty breaks, what are some examples of something nasty that could break?
Well, again, I think if something on like we saw in Europe, the gilt market, I think is what their bond market is. It basically was going to be a run on the bank. If we saw huge runs on the big banks, that might be a problem. Reverse repo market, there's some things in the plumbing that if it went to zero would be catastrophic. The key to this is it would be a black swan. For example, it's not commercial real estate. We all see that coming. It's not a black swan. In fact, today I read that Blackstone sold one of their buildings that they bought in 2014 for a $36 million loss. Those losses will just work through the balance sheet of companies. It will have to be something we don't see, likely in the plumbing of the treasury market would be my guess.
Interesting.